but I think Destiny is, when you look at them side by side, I think it's clear that Destiny is a much, in terms of scale, right? In terms of what that game is, it is a much bigger undertaking than Marathon is on paper, right? And when you used to have 1,000 plus people working on on this game, and now you have about 40%, of the studio now, which is less than, it's probably like about 30% of the studio that was working on the game around the time the final shape was being developed, right? So like, it's hard, man. This is hard. This is I don't envy Bungie for trying to keep up both games. Like I don't envy that task whatsoever. It's got to be hard. It's got to be really difficult to do that. And like I almost wonder if PlayStation is going to intervene at some point, and they're going to either allow Bungie to have like a support studio to help them with Destiny, right? Like Destiny, what's the team that spun out of Bungie that is working on Gummy Bears? What is it? Team LFG, I think is what it's called, right? Maybe you have like the Santa Monica XDev team that was working on stuff for, I don't know what you do. Sony has a support studio too, right? Team Valkyrie, that's their name, right? I don't know if they closed them down or not, but Sony seems to be closing everybody down left and right these days. But overall, I think Destiny is in a strange place. I want Destiny to succeed. I think what they should have done, honestly, after the final shape is like, we have this roadmap to tie up some loose ends. Maybe we'll tease what's coming next, right? Obviously the episodes were that, but like looking back on it now, I know Josh and I were very split on this, but I would have ended Destiny 2 and waited for Destiny 3, right? Like, and I know that's easier said than done. And I know Sony owns them now, so they have obligations to Sony now. But like looking at it now and how the Edge of Fate and Renegades has gone, and just the lack of updates and even the lack of communication, right? Like, which again, it's not really their fault. They're not communicating. If there's nothing to communicate, then why, you're not going to spend time writing a TWAB that says, well, there's nothing to communicate, right? I just don't think you're going to. But at the end of the day, what I think I would have done if I were, and again, I'm armchair developing right now, right? Is I would have, kind of wrapped the episodes up with a teaser for what's next, right? Obviously the Fate saga is going on right now, but like I would have held on to that and actually held that opening, Edge of Fate for Destiny 3. They essentially gave us Destiny 3 anyway, the way they kind of reset everything, right? Like you were allowed to, obviously you could use all your weapons, but like they had, what were they called? Like the select weapons, like you were allowed to move forward at the way the game was moving forward, right? And then the rest of the weapons were kind of like semi-vaulted, right? Or like, I can't remember the terminology, but there's that weapons kind of an armor thing going on, right? When they introduced the tiered stuff. And, I still just think they should have just put that in Destiny 3, man. Like as much as like, this ongoing game is something everybody's chasing. Like Destiny 3 would have been a nice clean cut, right? Or like even like maybe you don't even number the next Destiny. Maybe you just call it Destiny : Edge of Fate, or Destiny 2, whatever, or not Destiny 2. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't even number it. You just kind of subtitle it and send it out. That way, like you can draw on new players while older players may know that it's a sequel, right? I don't know. It's just I don't envy the spot that Bungie is in, especially with everything that's been going on the last 3 or 4 years, right over there.